Today is August the 9th, 2020, and this is part 30 of our study of end times. I think today it would be good if we go back and do a little review again. A review is always good because I learn by repetition. And so we're going to just recap a little bit of what we've learned through these past lessons. You remember that there will be a man come that we call now Antichrist, and he will make an agreement with a lot of people and will allow the Jews to build their temple back and start their worship back. And for 3.5 years, everything is wonderful and peaceful, and everybody thinks this man's the greatest thing on earth. But then, after 3.5 years, he's going to go into the temple, the Jewish temple, and cause the worship to stop. He's going to set himself up as God and demand to be worshiped. Then there's another man that is called the false prophet, a miracle worker, a great miracle worker. And he will set up an image of Antichrist, also in the temple, and demand people worship it. And anyone who will not worship Antichrist or the image will be killed. Now, one thing we didn't mention that we need to mention was in Revelation it mentions a whore. In my opinion, this whore represents false religion. False religion is any religion, and that includes some that claim to be Christian, any religion that believes you can get to heaven some other way other than by grace through faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. Now, the reason that this is called a whore is because she has been unfaithful to God and she's run around with everything else. So now Antichrist comes along and demands that everybody worship him. So he's going to destroy this whore, this false religion, because he doesn't want any competition. No one else can be worshipped except him. All right, so the beginning of this 3.5 years, last 3.5 years, Jesus tells us that this will be a time of great tribulation. It doesn't say the tribulation period, but he said it's going to be a time of great trouble. Great tribulation. And at the beginning, there's going to be two more men that are called the two witnesses. And they're going to be prophets of God. And they're going to be able to cause it not to rain for 3.5 years. And of course, that'll bring on droughts and famine and wars. They also have the ability to turn water into blood so that the water is undrinkable. We already studied that he's able to do this to salt water and fresh water, so there's no drinking water around. Make matters even worse. Not only that, but he can bring, or they can bring plagues on the people. And so we saw that. Remember, for instance, the sores that are going to be on people. Not only that, but during these 3.5 years, they are going to prophesy. They're going to give out God's message. They're going to get a message from God and take it to the people. They will be absolutely hated by Antichrist and all of his followers. But the problem is they can't stop them. They can't kill them. They can't shut them up. Because God protects them, and if anyone tries to harm them, fire comes out and destroys them. Now, 3.5 years, they prophesy, and at the end of 3.5 years, then Antichrist is going to be able to kill them. You remember that, and their bodies lay in the streets for 3.5 days. Then they'll come to life again, be caught up into heaven. Okay, so that's 4 people we have here in this period of time. There's Antichrist, the false prophet, and these 2 witnesses. Now then, during this 3.5 years, we're told that there's going to be an angel fly through heaven and preach the gospel to every body on earth, every kindred and tongue and nation and tribe. And many of those obviously are going to be saved because there's a great multitude that no man could number. And it says they came out of great tribulation. So this will be a period of time in which there'll be a lot of people saved. And by the way, we're told that there's more people alive on earth right now than there's ever has been on earth prior to this time. Now then, as soon as these people are saved and reject Antichrist, they will be killed. They will be beheaded. And so blood is going to flow because there's going to be a lot of them. Well, we've run out of time again already. We didn't get through with our review. We'll have to pick up our review again in the morning and talk some more about this time. And we're going to come down hopefully soon to the end of this tribulation period and pick up with what happens next. So until then, have a great day today.